So I'm going to give you a few little hints and tips on how to cope with your hair while we're in isolation. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you a few tips on how we've all got grown out fringes, as you can see with my fringe because it's over the top of my glasses. So just a few little tips on how you can change the way you wear your hair, how you can change up your parting so that you can't see the roots where your colour's grown through. So it's very, very simple. You could just simply do a little bit of a zigzag line, which breaks the hair up so the parting isn't as obvious. And if you just simply put a little bit of back comb underneath the parting, it just lifts up the hair, and so that the hair's not flat with the roots being so obvious. So I've used a little bit of heat protection, and then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take the fringe over to the side with the straighteners. So we're just going to put a little bit of bend in it. Can you see? So it's got that little bit of curl, just giving it a little bit of lift at the root, and again to the side here. And then I'm just going to simply comb over that. I'm going to use my little back brush, my favourite tool. It's just a little bit kinder than using a comb when you want to put a bit of back comb in. So if you just gently tease the hair, don't lift it up and do all of this, which you see a lot of people doing, because it just breaks the hair and puts lots of knots in it. Back combing is simply teasing the hair. So you want to tease it underneath and then just brush to the side. It'll just give it a little bit of lift at the root, and then we're going to smooth over that top section. I'm then going to add a little bit of hairspray. And there we have a nice sweeping fringe. This hair that I'm using on this model head is not really long enough to show you lots of ponytails and things, but I just wanted to give you a little bit of advice. Because people's hair is getting a bit longer, they are putting it up in ponytails, but they're using bobbles that are too tight. So what I'm going to show you are a few different things that are much kinder to your hair. This is a bobble, but it's like a curly old-fashioned telephone wire. It has a grip on it because obviously it's wound together, but it's quite kind on the hair. It doesn't pull it too harshly. So you just simply pop that in, wind it around, and it's got a really nice grip on it. You can loosen it up and do it like a nice loose pony. But it's much softer and much kinder to the hair. So I've also got a little decorative, it's a scrunchie but made to look like a little hair scarf. So we're going to pop that one in. You can sit it in the hair on top. You can pop it underneath. Looks nice with some nice waves coming through, and then you can just loosen the ponytail up there. So you've got a nice little style with a bobble that doesn't pull and tug at the hair. Okay, I'm just going to show you how to glam your hair up. So if it's just in a ponytail at the back, but you want to do something a bit more interesting at the front, so it's very effortless because you just got a pony, but you're making it look a bit more stylish by putting a bit of a wave in the front. So I've started already, just here at the side, just putting a slight little wave in, like the old-fashioned wave, the Marcel wave. So it's a cheats version because it's done with your hair straighteners. As I've said before, we've got heat protection on the hair because you need heat protection every time you apply heat. So I'm just going to put the straighteners in. I'm going to gently tease under, over, under, over. And then I'm going going to do the same again. So we're going to go under, over, under. Okay, I'm just going to turn the head a little bit and come to this side. And we're going to do the same again. So clip the top bit out of the way first. We're going to go under, over, under, over. So it's nice and gentle. We're not doing it too exaggerated because we don't want it to look crispy. And again, we're just going to go under and over and just gently under on the ends. Okay, so now you've got a little bit of a wave. I want to just put a brush through there. Sorry, my model is a little bit wobbly today. I think she was on the gym last night. So we've got a nice little wave in there. What I'm going to do is just apply a little bit of hairspray. It's not the best of hair to work with. And we're going to pop in a couple of little hair slides. So we've got some nice little sparkly ones. So I'm going to just work with the little waves that we've got. So I've just done the little wave. I've just put a couple of clips in and then left a bit of softness out. Obviously, if you have a ponytail, or just grip it up at the back, nice and easy, just something nice and soft, but then you're just giving it that nice soft touch at the front just to glam your hair up a little bit. And then I've clipped that out of the way as well, just softly, just a little curvy grip in there just to clip it up out of the way, but it just gives that side a bit of softness. There we go.